Okay, so about a year ago, I went to Dallas with band, and we played at some auditorium there, but that wasn't too fun. But on the way to the hotel that we were staying at, we like stopped at Wal-Mart. We got all sorts of crap there. We got a giant 4-pound box of Twizzlers, and that was just freaking amazing. We ate about 4 of them, and we actually ended up throwing the rest of them at each other in the hotel room at night. And we also got a lot of Nerf guns there. We got a Nerf shotgun, like a little Nerf cannon, and it was great. What I bought there is, when we were checking out, they had one of those stands where they had dollar videos, and they all look like they're made for about 50 cents for a budget. But I was looking through them, and I saw one that I thought might be pretty good. I was looking, I was like, hey, look, this guy's little cartoons and a giant fighting robot, oh my god, and this little guy, I don't know what that guy's doing, but it might be cool, might be fun to watch. That guy looks like he's got something, I don't even know, might be a good movie. So I bought it, and I didn't actually end up watching it that night. I ended up watching it about half a year later, but I'll get to that in a second. But in the hotel room, we ended up fighting with Nerf guns for about, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 hours until the adult chaperones caught us and told us to go stay in our rooms. So then we played in our rooms with the Nerf shotguns for, I don't know, probably another hour or so. And at one point I was in the bathroom, I was like washing my hands, and I like heard something, and I thought they were like gonna jump out. Like the second I opened the door, I thought they were gonna jump out and like shoot me and throw all sorts of crap at me, throw more Twizzlers at me. And Twizzlers are actually really good for throwing at people. In case you've never tried it, you probably should. It's fun. But I heard a noise at the door, and so I knew they were doing something. So I like got my hand and like cautiously like went towards the door. I was like kind of afraid, but like I opened it, and then like all of a sudden this giant ironing board jumps through the door and like lands all over me. It was so crazy. I was not expecting that at all. I didn't even know we had an ironing board in the hotel room. Apparently we did, or they got one from someplace. But they propped up against the door and it fell on top of me, and I screamed really loud. It scared me, because I was expecting like food to fly at me. And you can eat food, you can't eat an ironing board. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could try. You can also eat people, but not many people do. So that was a pretty fun band trip. And then in the morning, there's this guy who brought he was actually a freshman, I think I heard, but he had a gorilla costume. He was running around the hotel room, like running into people's rooms and screaming. Like he would like get on the balcony and just jump off into like the courtyard, like run around. He like even ran around in the like cafeteria area where the teachers were eating, and they just like kind of shook their heads. But it was great. That guy's my hero. I think he's going to a different school now, but so anyway, about half a year later, I actually got around to watching this. I was like, hey, I saw that movie. It might be pretty fun to watch. I haven't seen a good cartoon in a while. So I get to watching it. I put it on the disc to watch the DVD, and at first I thought it was the wrong movie, because there are these little Korean children, and it wasn't a cartoon either. There are these Korean children sitting in a classroom, and the teacher was talking to them, and it had awful English voice acting. And I was thinking, this can't be the right thing, and I like took it out, like even looked at the disc to make sure it was like the one from the box. I didn't get mixed up in Dallas or something. But it turned out that the first half of it was live action with little Korean children and horrible English voice acting, and then the second half of it just randomly turns into a cartoon with equally horrible English voice acting. But the cartoon part's actually even funnier because the animation is like awful. Whoever made it, like, it was awful. I loved it. But before it becomes a cartoon, there's this one point where there's these Viet Cong soldiers, and they like they're in South Korea, and they come to these little kids' house, and their parents aren't home, and they ask the kids if they know where the rebel hideout is. They could say, oh no, our parents told us not to talk to you, they said you're bad people. And then the like first Viet Cong soldier says, oh no, we're very nice men, I assure you. And then after the little children badmouth the guys for a little longer, the second guy gets his gun and says, capitalist bastards! He whacks the girl on the head and kills her. She drops down on the ground. Like, holy crap, he just killed that little girl. And then to make that scene even better, right after they kill the little girl, they like look in the little kid's house, and they like look and they see a refrigerator in the corner, and one of the guys says to the other guy, no wonder they're rebels, they have a refrigerator. Does that make sense to you? Because it makes no sense to me at all. but I loved it. I laugh every time I hear that line. Doesn't make any sense. But when it becomes a cartoon, the plot changes, and there were like these little kids that were in the classroom earlier. They become kids in the cartoon. And like this one kid progressively gets taller and taller and bigger and bigger. And by the end of the movie, or like in the middle, he like gets captured by the Viet Cong soldiers who are now allied with aliens from outer space who are trying to take over South Korea. Because the plot of the movie is if the aliens conquer South Korea, they conquer the entire universe. Because that's how it works, apparently. I don't really know how, but it does. I don't know. But like the little kid was like originally like 5 years old. He's like this tall. Like by the end of the movie, he's like this tall, and like he's like standing eye to eye to one of the giant Viet Cong guards, and they're like about to torture him. He spits in his face and says he's never gonna tell his secret, except he didn't really know any secrets. It was kind of stupid, but it was a good movie. You should watch it. It was awful. Had horrible voice acting. Everything on this cover actually wasn't in the movie at all, which was kind of surprising, because usually you think that when you see something on cover, it's going to be in the movie that you're going to watch, but apparently you don't have to do that. It's just a general guideline that people usually do, apparently. You don't actually need to do that if you want to sell something at Walmart for $1. So, yeah, that was my Dallas trip and my other trip, and I learned that you're rebellious if you have a refrigerator, and if you conquer South Korea, you can rule the universe. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go try to find a gorilla costume like online now, so I'll